Hello everyone. If you've been following my Facebook page, you know I've been talking about the pressure building in California for a long time now. Also about the magma problems we will have there in the near future. The Earth is taking in so much cosmic radiation that it is heating up like a pressure cooker. I have a few older videos on the 5 waves of energy also that warns about this. This is definitely volcanic. I reported back in June on a few things that caught my attention that month. I'll link all those posts below. In March, I said California volcanoes need to be watched. April 4th, I posted California volcano earthquake. They know that the pressure is building in California. Volcanic earthquakes. The pressure is building as we speak, like a pressure cooker, eyes on. And the June 23rd post about watching California for earthquakes, I also put this: we are reaching a point where people will stop calling it fear-mongering and realize that something major is taking place. My June 17th post, Los Angeles. 3 manhole covers have been displaced in downtown Los Angeles and steam was coming up out of them. According to firefighters who responded to reported explosions, they used the words displaced, but they exploded off with pressure and force and steam. There was different manholes blowing and steam coming out of them. Also, Los Angeles. Tar and natural gas had risen up onto the streets near a tar pit. A large puddle of tar leaked onto the sidewalk, and natural gas appeared to rise from the street of the Miracle Mile in Los Angeles. I stated in that June post that this all sounds like volcanic activity under Los Angeles and under California in general. I stated back then that a lot of signs point to volcanic activity and to watch California closely for significant volcanic earthquakes. We need to watch for magma and keep watching this area closely. I would also keep an eye on waters and see if they begin to boil off the coasts. But anyway, sure enough, now we are dealing with large earthquakes and large swarms there at the volcanic field. Yellowstone is also showing major activity, so stay tuned at the end of this for a Yellowstone update. Listen to this February 22nd post. Huge influx of GCRs, which is galactic cosmic rays, heating Earth from inside out. The volume of cosmic radiation charged particles coming in and heating the planet from the inside out is massive. It's like a pressure cooker with the radiation inside the Earth heating up and building up pressure. It needs to release the steam like a release valve on a pressure cooker. With the amount of radiation, volcanoes aren't enough to vent and let the steam out, so to say. So we don't really have that release valve we are needing. Earth is pumping out gamma rays from within the core of the Earth. Like previously warned, you're looking at magma on the move in a big way, and eventually it's going to find its own relief hole somewhere. The amount of cosmic radiation coming in is now exiting through volcanism. Now that was a 5 ways of energy update. I'll link that below. So I'll say this again, continue to watch California for activity. Earth is being heated from within from the huge amount of cosmic radiation coming in from the brown dwarf system. Now Mike's famous words: everyone is going to see soon enough. You won't have to read reports. Nobody is going to have to say, well, that's fear-mongering, because they are going to be standing in the middle of it. When you see this, that means it's time to really prepare your mind and your heart for the inevitable, because it will be the inevitable. Let's get into the area that the large 7.1 and 6.4 and the massive swarm has hit and is hitting. Right on the volcanic field, COSO Volcanic Field. I did some digging and found this. Under hazards, it says, although the youngest eruption was dated at about 40,000 years, the robust geothermal system and evidence of a magma reservoir underneath COSO Volcanic Field suggests that future eruptions are likely. Earthquakes would precede any eruption. Weeks to months of heightened earthquake activity and ground deformation would probably precede a future eruption. Since the region is geothermally active, an eruption would likely start with a series of low-level steam blasts, so we know what to watch for. I have a feeling you will hear more volcanic talk coming out in the coming months. Best case scenario right now is that this dies down a little when we come out of the front side alignment with the brown dwarf system. Just know though that each year's alignment with the system is always stronger than the last. And if you hear that in the background, I'm sorry. The kittens are running around playing. You know how kittens can be. For now, with this situation, we really need to keep an eye on the volcanic field, all the volcanoes in California in general and around the world. Also Italy. I had talked about Italy for a long time. We also have another wave of cosmic radiation energy coming for Earth right now, and should be here about the 8th into the 9th, possibly all the way to the 10th. Now this charges areas and can result in large earthquakes, so the already heightened watch will be even more heightened. It can take a whole week to charge an area sometimes. I believe we won't be letting our guard down for a while though. I keep regular posts on Facebook, so follow me on there if you aren't already. Okay, Yellowstone. Everyone needs to follow Mary Greeley for regular updates on this, as she is really good at what she does, and she's been doing this a long time. Okay, so right before the 6.4 California earthquake, she had posted, "Alert, increased activity at Yellowstone volcano after 6.2 Canada earthquake." She said she has never seen activity like this before coming across the seismographs. She also said this is not good. Then she updated on July 5th that the magma had risen about 1.5 miles. They started changing data at that point so that you can't see what's going on. It's enough of an alarm to them if they feel that they need to change the data and hide this from us. She also updated yesterday on the 6th saying, "This is not good. Mammoth Vault magma pressure and depth is rising. It's not good." So go follow her for updates. Check comments here for updates, and follow my Facebook for updates. Now, just an observation here, but the earthquakes are slowing down a little now. According to my earthquake app, in the last 12 hours prior to the 7.1 earthquake, there was only, I think it was the last 12 hours prior to that. But, so the last 12 hours prior to the 7.1 earthquake, there was only 14 magnitude 3 or higher earthquakes. It had slowed down a bit. In the last 12 hours, it's been starting to slow down. We are at about 30 in the last 12 hours of 3 or higher. So it's starting to slow again. This could signal that a big one is building pressure again. In the 12 hours after the 6.4, there was 79 earthquakes of 3 or greater magnitude. In the 12 hours after the 7.1 earthquake, there was 257 of 3 or greater. So just something to monitor. Also, the helioplots around the world are filling this. Check this out. Major movement around the world in a big way.
oven off. Turn it off. Holy crap.